Hello everybody, hope you all are doing really well. Today we'll talk about how to move all the negatives to one side of the array. So what does the problem exactly say? It says that given an array of size n containing positive and negative numbers, you have to move all the negative numbers to one side of the array. Okay? So you take a pen and paper and see what's the solution for this. Think about it. What will you what will you write? Like, what is the solution for this? Okay, I hope you've written your answers. I'll tell you mine. Okay, so now I see minus 2 is here. I'm writing minus 2 as it is. It's anyways at the start. Now I see 1 is a positive number. Instead of 1, let me bring a negative number. So the first negative number I can see is minus 6. So I'm writing minus 6 here. Then I put 1 in place of, okay, 1 should come somewhere in the right, so I leave it as it is. Now 4, I see the next negative number I see is minus 7, so I'm writing that. Then I see minus 8, I'll write that. Then I'll write 1 and 4. Okay, this is what I have done. Okay, so this is the answer maybe most of you would have got. Or you would have changed the order of the negatives and the positives. Like you could have written minus 2, minus 8, minus 7, minus 6, and then 4 and 1. Okay, so there are two ways to solve this problem. One is to retain the order of the elements. What do I mean by retain the order? See, here in this array, we have minus 6 and it's coming after minus 2, right? We can see this here. Minus 6 is coming after minus 2. So I have retained the relative order, that is the order between the elements have maintained. Again, minus 7 comes after minus 6 also in this answer, and it's there in the original array. So this is how order is maintained. So if I write minus 6, then I write probably minus 7, minus 6 and then minus 8, okay, and then maybe I write 4 and 1. This answer is also not wrong, but here what has happened, the order is changed. Why? Because minus 6 here is coming after minus 7, okay, but here in the original array minus 6 comes before minus 7. Okay, here the order order is changed. Okay, so write it as, forgive me for my bad handwriting. Here the order is retained. Okay, so we'll see how to do it both the ways. First we'll see with order being changed, we don't care about the order, and the second method we'll see is the order is maintained. Okay, so one way to look at it is this. So what did I do when I was trying to find the answer for this? I said, okay, I saw positive number on the first one. I didn't change because I need a negative number at the start, so I left it as it is. Then I saw 1 is a positive number. Then I checked on the right side if I find a negative number, and I try to put that right. So I can do this. So suppose I see minus 2 in its place. I check 1 here, and then I check, okay, there's a negative in the right. Okay, first I'll keep one pointer here at the start, one at the end. Okay, as soon as I see this is a negative, I don't have to do anything. I move my pointer to this. Okay, I see this is a positive and this is a negative. As soon as I see a positive on the left side in the start and a negative on the right side, which is at the end, I'm going to swap it. Okay, if I do that, I'll get minus 2 and then I get 8 here, right? Minus 8. Then I get 4 minus 6, right? Minus 7 and 1, correct? Okay, I brought one negative element to the start of the array. Next, what I'll do is, since I've already moved minus 8 location, I'll move it here. And for 1 also, I've changed the location. I'll come here. Okay, now I'll check 4. Is it a positive number? Yeah. And I have a negative number at the right side. So again, I'm going to do a swap, right? So these two I'm going to swap, this as well as this. Okay, so I get minus 2, minus 8, then I get minus 7 because I swapped it just now, minus 6, okay, then 4 and in the end 1. Okay, and then again I check both of this will come to this minus 6, and it's a negative number. It's at the correct position, doesn't have to do any changes. So the entire array is sorted. Okay, the order doesn't matter here. So we have sorted the array. So I'll just take you through the code part of it. I've done the same thing here. Okay, I've kept one pointer at the start of the array and another pointer at the end. I is pointing to the start, j is pointing to the end of the array. That's why I've put it as n minus 1. Now till they come close to each other, till they meet, I'm going to run this loop. Okay, here you saw till I is less than equal to j, till they meet, till I is less than j, we can do this entire procedure. Okay, so that is the condition I put here. You got that. Now what do I do? Now when I'm going to check the right element as well as the left element. Okay, the start and the end. Okay, and if both are negative, I won't do anything. I'll simply move forward. Okay, because we know I is at the start, right, and we have a negative, it's in the correct position, I don't have to bother. So I'll just move the I pointer. Okay, that is what I've done here. Next, if we see a positive number on the right side, see, this is what it says, right? Positive number at I is where, somewhere at the starting, right? So if we see a positive number at the start and a negative number at the end, that is the time we have to swap and change its location, right? That's what we did here, right? As soon as we saw 1 and we saw minus 8, there's a positive on the left and there's a negative on the right. So we can swap it and change the iteration. Okay, and we can move I and j close to one another. Okay, so that is what I've done. I've done I plus plus. I'm shifting I to the right and j I'm shifting to the left. Okay, so this part of the code is also pretty simple. Next, we'll see that if both the arrays, the location of I and j, it's pointing to a positive element. That means that I have, suppose, let's say I have 1 here and 4 here. Okay, and there's some elements here. So both are pointing to the positive part, right? So when both are pointing to the positive part, I will only move the j, that is this is j, right? I'll only move this because I know for a fact that I need a positive number on the right side. So I'll let it be as it is and move one step to the left. Okay, that is what I've done here. Alright, and then if it doesn't satisfy any of this condition, then just move both the pointers. Okay, that is what this is. So this will sort the entire array, bring all the negatives to one side, and this is the answer you'll get in this case. Okay, right. Now another method I mentioned was we retain the order, right? I've mentioned here retaining the order. So what does retaining the order also? I told you what it means. That suppose minus 2 is here, minus 6 is here, I ensure that minus 6 will come always after minus 2 in my answer array. Okay, the relative order should remain the same. So how do I do it, right? A natural idea which comes to mind is, let me write it here. I'll just write it here. Okay, so I have, suppose I have minus 1, okay, 2, 3, minus 4, okay, and let's say 5. Okay, now what will I do? See, minus 1 is in the correct position, I don't have to bother. Let me move to the next one. I see a positive number. Okay, now I won't do anything. Let me find the negative number I have to fill in this position. Okay, how will I do that? Till I get positive, let me just keep moving on. Okay, now I got a negative. This is the first negative I've come so far after me seeing a positive. So it means that at 2, at this position, let me name it as 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. At index 1, I can fill minus 4 because that's the first negative element I've come across. Okay, so what will I do? I will move minus 4 here. When I move minus 4 here, what will I do to retain the order? I will shift this by one step to the right. Okay, So if I bring minus 4 here, I'll move 2 to here and 3 to this. Okay, so 2, 3 and 5. By using the shift operation, I can maintain the order. Okay, so that is the exact logic I'll use here. Okay, I've explained this, so this is the exact thing I'm trying to do here. I'll explain it through code so you can understand it better. Okay, so what will I do? I will traverse through the array. The I is the pointer which is traversing throughout the array. Okay, key is I'm just having a temporary variable key to store the current value. Okay, so now if I check if that value is positive, I don't bother, I continue. That's what I did here. When I saw 2, I didn't bother, I moved to the next one. When I saw 3, I didn't bother, I moved to the next one. Okay, and when you see a negative number, that is 4, this minus 4 will be stored in key, right? So that will be the current one. So let me just show minus 4 will be here. Okay, and then I will get j is equal to I minus 1. I'm trying to get the previous one, that is 3. Okay, element at index 2, that is 3. I'm trying to get that. Okay, I'm trying to get this because I want to shift it to the next, that is 4th position. I want to shift it. Anyways, I store minus 4 in key. So now I can replace that minus 4 with the previous element, right? Which is 3. So that is what I'm doing. At the j plus 1 element, that is this location, at this minus 4 location, I'm trying to get 3 here. Okay, so that is what I'm trying to do. I'll just rewrite it here. 3 minus 4 and 5. Okay, so now what did I do? Now I'm trying to get this here. Okay, so that is what this step will do. This step will bring this 3 here. Okay, and next it'll do it till what? Till j is greater than 0, because we don't want it to go to the negative index, so we're having that condition. And we'll check if j is positive. Only till it's positive we'll do a right shift. And it comes to 2. 2 is also positive, so it'll get shifted to the right by 1 unit. After that, what? Okay, so it would have, j would have come here. Okay, and then it would have again done a j minus 1. So it'll be actually pointing here. So where do we have to store minus 4? We have to store minus 4 at the j plus 1 location. Okay, which is this j plus 1. Okay, to store it here. So I'm going to put minus 4 here. Okay, so this is actually the entire code. That's all. It is simple. Okay, so as soon as you see a negative after a few set of positives, you have to do a right shift of the positives and then put the negative element at the start of where you found the positive number. That is the entire logic of this code. I hope you understood, and keep note that I start I with 1. Okay, because I want to do an I minus 1 operation, so it shouldn't go out of bounds, right? So if I started with 0, it would have become negative 1, and that is array out of bounds. So in order to prevent that from happening, I'm starting I with 1. Okay, so keep note of this small uh, change which we usually don't have. In the for loop, we usually start with 0, right? Here we start with 1. So keep note of this. And I hope this entire logic is pretty clear and intuitive. So if you have any confusion, go through it again and then you'll understand. Okay. Here we've retained the order. You can see that minus 4 is coming after minus 1, and 2 and 3 order is also same. Correct? So I hope it was pretty clear. If there's any clarification of doubts, please do comment and I will definitely answer all of them. Hope you have a great day. Thank you. Goodbye.